everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs. Today I made a card that holds a package of flower seeds. I used the Cheerful Daisy stamp set along with the Cheerful Daisy dies, which are in the new annual catalog. I also used the Cheerful Daisy DSP, which if you watched my haul video, I'm not really fond of it, but I try to make something with it. I just don't like the flower centers. They're all so dark and it just doesn't go. It goes well with the white, with like this, with the yellow and the brown centers. And sometimes there's like a pink with the brown centers, I think, but the white daisies with the brown centers, I just can't do that. So I made them yellow centers, and I used, this is actually Blueberry Bushel stamped off, because I didn't order the boho blue ink, which I should have, but that missed me. So if you only have Blueberry Bushel too, I'll show you how I got these that kind of blend or almost match the boho blue in this DSP. Alrighty, so what we need for this project is a pack of flower seeds. I got these from Dollar Tree. They're 4 for $1, but I wish that big 4 for $1 wasn't on it. So you can get whatever other kinds you like, or if that doesn't bother you, you can do that. So we need, I use the thick cardstock, basic white cardstock that is 11 by 4 1/4. We need one piece of the DSP, the Fresh as a Daisy DSP, that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then for the pouch, we needed this piece of the DSP that is 4 1/2 by 3 1/2. And these are the two pieces that we're going to be scoring on. This is my host code for April. If you're going to spend anything on my website under $150, please put that in. Over $150, don't put the host code in because you want to get your own Stampin' rewards. All right. Okay, let me just get my Simply scored. And we'll start with the card base. Okay, now remember this is 11 by 4 1/4, so it's half a sheet. Okay, and we just have to score this at 5 1/2, and that makes our card base. Now for the pouch, it is 4 1/2 by 3 1/2, and on the 4 1/2 inch side, we're going to score at 1/2 and at 4. And on the 3 1/2 inch side, we're just going to score at 1/2. All right. Now I'm going to change up a little bit of what I'm doing. I'm going to, instead of the linen thread here, I'm going to use the white baker's twine. And I attached this with the actual pouch to the front of the card with liquid glue. But then, even after I waited a while, it ripped off a piece. This got stuck in there. So I'm going to put it together with tear and tape this time. Oops. All right. So now we're going to fold and burnish the score lines. And with this, now the top of our card base, I'm going to round the corners. This is a 1/2 inch, but you could use whatever you like. I think this is a half. Yep, that's a 1/2 inch. Okay, so we rounded the corners of the top, and this is what your card base should look like. Okay, so now I'm going to fold and burnish the edges of our pouch. All right, and this is what we're going to be doing. Okay. All right. So now the 1/2 inch scores are on the left, the bottom, and the right. So the top has nothing right now. Okay, so we're going to go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, and then just wedge up a little bit on this side piece. Follow it to the next score line, cut it to the first score line, and then wedge up into that other side piece. All right, now I'm going to take, this is a 1 3/4 inch hole punch, and I'm going to try to guesstimate the middle. And I'm going to take about a 1/2 inch down. Okay. And that is what your pouch DSP piece should look like after scoring it and cutting it. All right. Now we need our card, and we're going to get a piece of the DSP that is 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to round the corners of the top of the DSP, and then we're going to attach it right on there with liquid glue. Okay, so now before we put our pouch on, I want you to fold the 2 side pieces, and we're going to wind. Make sure you're not pulling this, just enough to make it taut, but not too tight. We're going to wind it around 3 times and then tie a bow. And I did it at about 1 inch down from the top. All right, and then I'm just going to trim these. All right, now flip it over, and we're going to put our tear-in tape. First, on these top pieces that have the, you're going to go right over the twine. Put one on each side there, and I'm putting it kind of close to the outer edge. And then flip it over and put one kind of close to the score line on this one. All right, and then I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to take the backings off all 3. Okay, and then just fold the back up onto the edge of the tape on the sides. And then we're going to put it onto the front of the card, and what we want is an even border on the bottom and the 2 sides. So about, I guess, 1/4 inch of DSP shows on all sides. All right, and then just push down on all the sides to get it to sit there nicely. All right. Okay, now let's just let this sit a minute. I'm going to pull this up a little bit so that they separate. There we go. All right, now we're going to do some stamping. Okay, so we need some basic white. And also, because I'm stamping off a bunch, I need some scrap. All right, so I'm going to be using Blueberry Bushel and crushed curry. Now, if you have the boho blue stamp pad, it's much easier for you. You only have to do stamping off for the inside. All right, but I'm using Blueberry Bushel. And let's start with the bigger one. And I'm going to stamp it in Blueberry Bushel and stamp off once, then stamp on my pad, on my paper. Then for the inside, I'm going to stamp on the Blueberry Bushel. I'm going to stamp off twice on my scrap, and then I'm going to stamp it on top of the outline. Okay, so this is a little dark, but it gets lighter, so it really blends nicely with the boho blue. All right, so then we need the outline of our side view of our daisy. We're going to stamp off once and put that on, and then the inside we're going to stamp off twice so that it's lighter. Okay, and then we're going to do the middles with crushed curry, and our middles, the smaller of the middle stamps. Okay, and I still need the Blueberry Bushel because we're going to be doing the sentiment with that, and this sentiment from the same Cheerful Daisies stamp set. Says, wishing you the brightest birthday. I'll put that over here. Okay, so we're done with the stamping part. Now we're going to be using 3 stamps from the Cheerful Daisies dies. Now with this label stamp, what I want you to do is bring it the sentiment to as close to the left as you can. All right, and then I'm gonna tape that there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna tape these right where they match up, and I'll cut them out and I'll be right back. Okay, and that is the 2 daisies and the sentiment with the B of brightest all the way over to the left corner, so it gives us a little bit more room to put our flowers on the right. All right, now I'm going to take some dimensionals and I'm going to put them about here and here. And I'm going to put this about 1/4 inch up from the bottom of the pouch. Right there. Okay, and then let's get some dimensionals for this. I'm going to put 2 dimensionals on this daisy. And I'm going to put the petals so that one of the petals goes right in between the top and the bottom of this sentiment. And then actually, I forgot, on this side I'm going to put another dimensional on top of that, because it kind of goes down the side where the kind of fades to the side. So put a double dimensional on the right side of your daisy, because then it will stick up nicely. It won't look like it's falling off the edge. Put this a little too far. There we go. Okay, so there's a double on the right hand side, and that keeps it from looking like it's falling down to the back. All right, and then we're going to put, I'm going to put a mini dimensional on the loose petal that's over on the left, and then a regular dimensional on this side. And I'm just going to tuck it right underneath the other daisy, and I'm going to let this petal go up on top. There we go. Okay, I need one more mini up on the top there. All the way at the top on the other side of the twine, so that it doesn't, it was started to pop up a little bit there and I didn't like it. Okay, now we can slip our daisies in. Okay, and for the final touch, I'm going to be using some of the classic matte dots, which are returning, and we're going to use the white ones. And the sticky end of my take your pick tool, and I'm going to put large ones there and right there, and then a small one down over there. And that's it. And this is a cute little birthday card for somebody born in the spring, like me, in April. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. Just a little bit to show you about the Cheerful Daisies stamp and die set. Okay, I hope you have a good day. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.